Hey everybody, can y'all hear me? I see I have some participants here. Hey everybody, can y'all hear me? And I always forget I have to turn down my phone. Don't forget to go, if you're going to chat, don't forget to chat in the chat box and make sure you pick all panelists and attendees. And I'm going to type in there. You guys give me some hays. It probably says Travis Martin because I'm on Travis's login, but it is me in the chat, and I'm hoping that you guys are all here. Usually I have to start the webinar, so somebody give me a shout out. You can hear me here on the chat in the Zoom. So I see that there's a few people already on. Hi. Okay, good. Thank you, Stacy. Hey, Sheila. Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I was getting a little nervous because usually when I start the webinars, I have to tell it to start, and it didn't do that. It just went directly on, live on Facebook, recorded, all of that. So anyways, I'm glad you guys are all here. I'm so excited to begin this series of teaching classes at noon on Mondays. And I was talking to a friend of mine. You probably, if you're a Shibboleth member, you know Cheryl Bannister. We were chatting, and I was telling her that I wanted to do a daytime class. I do one at the Shibboleth store on Thursdays, not every Thursday, but whenever I'm available on those Thursdays. It's either myself or Shibby Shop Sherry. Sometimes Patricia Hurt is a guest teacher there at the Shibboleth store. And I love doing it, and I love the face-to-face, but there is just a larger audience here, obviously, that we can hit at our on our Shibboleth public page and with our Shibboleth members. If someone is, I'm going to try to share it from the Shibboleth page into the Silver group. So let's see if I can do that. Post publicly. Okay, well, I was trying to post it into a group, but I guess I can't do that. But anyways, if somebody wants to do that, that'd be awesome. I'm going to share it when we're done. I'll figure that out next week. But I was talking to Cheryl Bannister, and I told her that I really wanted to do a class during the week because not everybody can come to. I got my little tag on my door. I'm like squirreling, sorry. Not everybody can come to the meetings face to face. A lot of times, like in her instance, her son plays hockey, and in the evening time, she is out and about and has all kinds of things going on with the kiddos. And so I thought, well, let's just do a Monday at noon. So I thought, well, it'll be lunchtime and maybe people can hop on. I know that we still have a few minutes until it's actually noon. So I will start the class at noon, what I was going to teach about, but I'll just give you guys just a little insight of how this all started. But I just wanted to be able to come on at noon, and it was going to be lunchtime. And I thought, well, you know, really at lunch, that's my first eating episode. So I'm breaking my fast. So I thought, let's call it Breaking the Fast. So anyways, yes, Tabitha, hey. Oh, Shanda Drexler says hello. Sheila Duncan says hi. She's getting ready to head to Chick-fil-A to pick up lunch, but still listening. That's awesome. We'll see. I figured too, we could have maybe people that were here from their office, maybe it's their lunch hour, and we can just chat. If you have questions, you know, please drop it in the webinar in the chat box, and I'll be glad to answer any questions. I'm also paying attention over here to Facebook. If I'm looking to my left, maybe you're right. I don't know. I would be able to see some questions there. Hey, Robin, she's on Facebook. Hey, girl, hey. So anyways, like I said, I'm a few minutes early popping on because, like I said, before when I've done these webinars, I've been able to kind of sit and kind of make sure everything was good, and I'll put it all on Facebook, and then I can start it. And it didn't let me do that this time. So next time I'll have to get on right at noon or just a few minutes before. So I don't want anybody to think they've missed anything. It is now 11:59, and so yes, so I wanted to do a weekly, not a daily, but a weekly webinar class, Q&A, something that we could do here to encourage our Shibboleth nation, our Shibboleth planet. And Travis told me to do it live on the public page because maybe there's somebody that's looking and wants to see what we're all about in Shibboleth land, right? Hey, Kathy, what's up, girl? Who else told me? Hey, Anna Peach. What's up, Anna Peach? How are y'all? Y'all are my Virginia girls. How's it going? Possibly traveling up that way soon. I might be calling y'all, driving to a wedding, and we'll probably go through Virginia, but I'll be in touch with y'all. Anyways, so every Monday, I want to hop on here and do a webinar, a class. If you guys know special topics you want to talk about, you can comment, you can message me. But today I thought what I would talk about, since it's the first Breaking the Fast class, like I was saying before, if you're just now joining in, hey Alicia, if you're just now joining in, I am just going to be breaking my fast. I did eat a few minutes before the webinar because I didn't want to eat and teach class at the same time. But I intermittent fast now in my Shibboleth journey every day. I do a 16-hour fast. So I have 16 hours where I don't eat and 8 hours in an eating window when I do eat my meals. So is that required in Shibboleth? No. But I thought, well, how fun would it be to, come on with you guys at lunch, at noon, and I'm breaking my fast. So that's why we call it Breaking the Fast. So it's not always going to be about intermittent fasting that we talk about. It will be lots to talk about Shibboleth. And let's see who else is in the chat real quick. Hey, Lisa from South Carolina. Janice Turner, hey. And Janice, hey, how are y'all? Gosh, you guys, I'm so excited to have a great group of folks watching and tuning in. I'm so excited. And Marla Curry's on Facebook. Hey, Marla. Lots of people watching. Diane Malone, thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. You're super sweet. And Sheila, I do fast every day. I think I kind of answered that just a second ago. I'm sorry. I just now saw your question. I do, and what we call now in Shibboleth, instead of having, like I say, I have 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I have 2 eating episodes. So a lot of times you'll see people saying they're like their first EE or their second EE. That just means their eating episode, because realistically, we're used to calling breakfast, breakfast when we first wake up, and we have eggs and we have toast or French toast or biscuits or muffins. And yes, we can eat all of that on Shibboleth. You just have to know how to do it and how to combine it. That would be considered breakfast. And when we first start Shibboleth, no one is telling you have to fast. You never have to fast at all doing this lifestyle. It just depends on how much of a deeper dive you want to go into nutrition. It's nutritional education. I originally joined as a silver member, and then I paid an upgrade to gold membership. And that's where Travis began to talk about intermittent fasting, divine days. And I watched all of those videos. In fact, I rewatched the Gold Daily Dose number 3 video today to give you guys some tips about intermittent fasting. And if you are a Tiger's Eye member, you have access to the Gold members videos. You have access really to everything. And in Tiger's Eye, Travis goes even into a deeper dive about fasting. So just because the name of the show is Breaking the Fast doesn't mean that every day we're going to be talking about fasting. It's just when I break my fast is at noon, at lunch. So I try to wait until noon to eat. I eat my meals in an 8 hours time frame. So by 8 o'clock, I'm done eating. And if I get done before that, that's fine. But what I did find was that if I told myself after 8 o'clock I wasn't going to eat anymore, then the kitchen was closed. And it really helps me with my mindset to not go into the kitchen and want to continue snacking and continue grazing. And that's a big deal with intermittent fasting. And like I said, if you want to watch that Daily Dose Gold video number 3, I'm going to be giving some tips from that video. And of course, it's a 9-minute video that Travis did. And I'm just going to give you guys some quick tips about it just for this quick little class. But, you know, intermittent fasting is restricting yourself. It's a restrictive day. It's a healing day. It's also considered a Shibboleth perfect day. And if you are a gold member and above or Tiger's Eye member, you have in your journal the availability to pick IMF. So if you're intermittent fasting for 12 hours, 16 hours, 20 hours, just pick IMF. Now, if you want to do the Tiger's Eye, I mentioned that he went into a little deeper dive in the Tiger's Eye program with intermittent fasting, and he does 24 and 36 intermittent fast, 16, 24, and 36. And you can pick those days, but they're very restrictive to also what you eat and what you're eating during your eating episodes. Just regular intermittent fasting, you can eat the regular Shibboleth foods, regular combinations. You're not having to pick off a specific list. You just have to keep it within the Shibboleth lifestyle. So intermittent fasting gives our digestive system a break. So if you think about it, we live in a culture where we eat constantly. We're grazing all the time. And many say that to keep eating, it keeps your metabolism going and you're burning fat all the time. And it's really not true. And Travis does go into why that isn't true. I'm not a nutritionist. I just listen to what Travis said. He's the certified sports nutritionist. But, many people say that that's how you keep your body metabolizing, but it's all false. So like, what if you never slept and you went all the time? You just go, go, go all the time. You can't survive without sleep. You have to recover. And it's just as in our digestive system. We have to give our digestive system a break. And that's one reason why we have our timing, our 4 to 6 hours timing when we eat our meals in Shibboleth. We want to have that timing to every 4 to 6 hours. And that's relative speaking because, everybody's schedules are different. You have people who work third shift. You've got, just all kinds of different reasons, maybe why they can't do that 4 to 6. But the main reason is just to not graze all the time. We want to give our bodies, that's our first step in Shibboleth, to give our digestive system a break. The second step would be if you're going to intermittent fast. So we want to really be careful not to overwork our digestive system. So taking a break from food is the perfect way of doing that, especially if you want to optimize your body's ability to efficiently burn fat and be healthy. And that's what Shibboleth is all about, right? Efficient fat burning, baby. So when you're fasting, you can choose to fast from 12 to 20 hours just in a normal fast. So that would mean for 12 hours you don't eat, 12 hours you do eat. I do 16 hours I don't eat and 8 hours I do eat in a 24-hour period. Now, of course, in my 16 hours, I'm counting the time that I'm sleeping. So if the last thing I put in my mouth is 8 o'clock at night, I count 16 hours ahead, and that's when I would eat the next day, which would be noon. So that's why I do the noon to 8 eating window. Just makes it simple for me. I'm really not a big breakfast or get up and eat kind of gal. So I have my break fast at noon. And like today, I had eggs and peppers in an Ole Wellness Extreme Wrap. So I had breakfast type food. And that's fine. I love breakfast, don't get me wrong. I just wake up and I'm not hungry. So that's just me. So people can fast, and you could get up and you could eat at 8 a.m. And then let's see, what would 8 hours be? 4 p.m. So you'd eat dinner at 4, or you'd go 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. or 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. But that's your 8-hour window. Now, if you're doing a 12-hour window, obviously you can figure that out too. You eat 12 hours, not eat 12 hours. And the same thing with 20. So you would want to not eat for 20 hours and eat for 4 hours. And that would be a regular Shibboleth intermittent fasting day. You count that as a perfect day. If you do have the Tiger's Eye membership, you can actually pick IMF. But again, if you do a 16 or a 24 or a 36 and you're following the strict Tiger Eye rules and the strict dietary choices that Travis has for you, then you can pick the Tiger 24, the Tiger 36, and the Tiger 16. So anyway, just wanted to throw that out there. And that is something that if you're a Tiger's Eye member, you definitely can go and watch those videos. They're great. So we want to eat during our time frame, our eating window, 1 to 3 meals a day. And, you know, the sweet spot is 2 meals. And then maybe if you do need a third meal within that, think about maybe doing like a health-wise high protein soup, or maybe a shake, or something light, or something that's pre-digested. So then you have, you know, something that's given your system a break because it's pre-digested, maybe yogurt, of course, in the Shibboleth approved combinations. So there's no grazing between meals when we intermittent fast. You know, again, 16 hours, the most popular with that 8-hour eating window. And again, you want to make sure that your 2 eating episodes are or 3 episodes are Shibboleth approved foods, recipes, or combinations. You want to follow the shield, of course, getting in our water and getting in journaling and food combining and all the things that we have to do for our 5 things for our Shibboleth shield to have a perfect day. And if you really wanted to dig down deep and get really fat burning on this, you could pick, of course, the fastest red and yellow food combinations, or the -1 to -3 weight loss meter options in the food library, in the recipe library, or your restaurant options. So you also can go out to eat too. I know Tabitha was heading to Chick-fil-A, and that grilled nugget salad is a -2 on the weight loss meter. It's definitely negative. I love that one. So once you incorporate this into your Shibboleth lifestyle, if you choose to, you never have to do this. Having Shibboleth perfect days can get you to your weight loss goals, you guys. But once you incorporate this into your lifestyle, the results are going to go through the roof. And honestly, once I decided to join as the Gold or the Tiger's Eye member, and I started to look at the intermittent fasting, I noticed that I was keeping the weight off and I was losing the weight, especially, you guys, when you get down to like that last push to get to your goal. You have to do different things. And not that like throwing intermittent fasting in there is different, but when we intermittent fast, and especially if we're using those negative weight loss meter items and using the red and yellow food combinations, we're making better choices, and we're making better efficient fat burning choices. And only eating 1 to 3 meals in that hourly open window when you're eating less calories as well. And I pretty much went to 2 meals and a snack. And sometimes that snack is like a coca ringa or a health-wise hot chocolate or health-wise soup. Again, you could do any protein shake that's approved by Shibboleth. That's great too. But I really find that now that I'm at my goal weight, I'm fine with just 2 meals a day. Now, when I have my holiday, I might be doing something a little bit different. And speaking of holidays, if you come off a holiday and you intermittent fast, you're going to get into efficient fat burning even faster. So these are my tips on breaking the fast. Again, like I said, this won't always be about fasting, but it will be the time when I'm breaking my fast that I can sit here and enjoy my day, enjoy my Monday afternoon with all of my beloved Shibboleth members and family members, and maybe somebody who's just interested in what we do with Shibboleth. So I'm going to go in the chat, see if anybody has any questions. If you do, please throw them in there. Also, I'm going to go look on Facebook as well. Hey, Vicky Gardino and Tammy Jones. And there's my sissy. Hey, Tracy. Hope you're intermittent fasting. We're all doing the Spartan Elite Challenge this week, and it's actually a requirement in the challenge that you pick an eating window. So that is great. So I'm excited about that. And hey, Sherry Ditto, Shibby Shop Sherry. How's it at the Shibby Shop, girl? And then, yes, Phyllis, yes, I like to eat breakfast for supper too. And well, thank you, Carol. That beautiful view behind me is actually the reflection in my door. And I don't know how to turn I guess I could just turn this around, but that is my view actually. So it's actually kind of cool that it like mirror images what I'm looking at. But thank you so much. This is our farm in Chickamauga, Georgia. We raise certified Black Angus, grass fed, grass finished. Um, we love it here, and we're having a great day here at the farm. I'm having an even better day hanging out with all of you guys. And yes, Alicia, we're Spartan up. I already had my eating episode, but pretty soon I'll be having my chocolate milk. And you guys all know what that is. It's the protein chocolate milk, don't worry. So let's see if anyone on Facebook has any questions. Just any questions in general about Shibboleth. It doesn't have to be about fasting. Like I said, I'm going to pop in here on every Monday at noon, and it'll be live on the Shibboleth public page, or you can register for the webinar, just like you guys all did today. And you can ask me any questions in the chat. And make sure you do make that for panelists and attendees so everyone can see your question. So I don't start answering questions. But let's see what we have on Facebook. There's any questions. Diane Malone is here. Hey, girl. And oh, that must have been from earlier because Jackie was telling me she could hear me. Oh my goodness. I was a little like surprised when I got on first. I was looking for the button to start the webinar and it had already started. So anyway, it's all a learning process, right? I was just excited that I could get it to go live on the Shibboleth public page because I had not been able to do that before. So I was very thankful for that. Now, next time, my task will be how to share it into this silver support page, which I think anybody can do from here. Maybe I'll just ask somebody to do it for me next time. But anyway, and Diane is breaking her fast with an oatmeal pie. I'm assuming you're having the Finaflex oatmeal pie. Please tell me which one you're having, girl. Which one did you get? And do you put it in the microwave? I do have a question from Alicia on the chat, and she asked if I find intermittent fasting is harder after a holiday. Yes, I do, and it depends, because sometimes after I have a holiday, it depends on how crazy of a holiday that I've had. If I'm spiking my insulin during that holiday a lot, my body's going to want me to continue to do that. So I'll wake up the next day and I'm hungry. So I kind of just listen to my body. I try to intermittent fast after a holiday because I know I can get back into efficient fat burning faster. But you know, this is a lifestyle. To me, it was kind of a race to get to my goal weight, but now I know it's a lifestyle. So I love to just see how I'm feeling. And if I wake up after a holiday and I'm hungry, then I'll have, you know, a regular Shibboleth perfect day. And then the next day I'll go into intermittent fasting. But I do find the more days I intermittent fast, the more successful that I am. So I hope that that answers your question. And let's see, Jennifer McKibben, hey, everybody. I can tell when I eat dinner early at 4:30 or 5:30 and then stop eating at least by 8 or earlier, I see significant weight loss. So I fast while I sleep. Yes, that's the best way to do it. Obviously, you want the 12 or 16 or 24 hours, depending on the fast that you're doing, to be within your sleep time because if you're sleeping 8 or 9 hours, you're obviously not eating. So that's great. And Sheila had a question about examples of meals for dinner. Now, are you talking about meals for dinner when we're intermittent fasting, or are you talking about meals for dinner just in general? My husband does eat the same thing that I eat. In fact, he's generally the cook. I do cook also, but if he's home, he's cooking, and he'll ask me, are you doing this? Am I doing this shabubu? He cracks me up. So I'll say, yes, honey, please make it shabubu. So he will use the MCT or the ghee or the cooking spray, and he knows the combinations as well. And if he's not sure, I make sure and tell him. and he loves a lot of the recipes that we have, Sheila. So try to find some things in the recipe library that are things that you like to eat. For example, like there's a pizza casserole recipe, there's a chicken bacon ranch recipe, there's chicken cutlets, there are all kinds of things. And if you need help with meal planning, Sheila, please don't forget that you can do a one-on-one mentor appointment for specific meal planning. You also can go on your myshibboleth.com page, go to the profile, which is the first tab on the left, and right up underneath where your picture is, there's a little menu. There's actually a meal planning link there, and you can make your own meal plan by just using recipes. And I find a lot of recipes that way because it will let you toggle. So it gives you recipes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, freebies, snacks, and extras. And if it's not something that you like, you can uncheck the box. And when you uncheck that box, you regenerate and it pops in brand new recipes for you that you like. I get a lot of great ideas from that. And because there's so many recipes in there that I will never make them all. But that gives me a really good toggle of recipes that I want to make during the week. Let's see. I hope that answers your question. And there's a lot of people saying their family loves the chicken bacon ranch. Yes, I just had it. My friend Allison Edwards made it from Cedartown, Rutmar area. And she gave me a sample and it was so good, y'all. Oh my gosh, it was so, so good. And let's see what else. Oh, we have lots of questions. I love it. So we have Trisha Kelly in the chat. She says, what's the difference between meal planning, intermittent fasting, and regular meal planning? You made it seem like a difference with the question. There isn't really. I apologize if I was confusing about that, but when you intermittent fast, you just eat, regular Shibboleth. There's nothing different that you have to do. You just eat all of that within a time period in your eating window. So if you're doing a 12-hour intermittent fast, then you have 12 hours to eat. If you're doing a 16-hour intermittent fast, you have 8 hours to eat. So I eat between 12 and 8 p.m. And I don't eat from 8 p.m. until 12 p.m. the next day. And what I'm doing in just a regular intermittent fast is just making regular Shibboleth meals, either through combining recipes or food choices. The only difference when you would be restricted to what kind of food you would have is if you were participating in one of the Tiger's Eye intermittent fasting. And that's a whole nother show. If you're a Tiger's Eye member, you can find those videos in the yellow video tab and look for the 36-24 intermittent fast, and the rules and the food list will be right there by the video. So watch Travis's video and decide if it's something that you want to do. So I hope that helped answer your question, Trisha. I appreciate you asking that, because if I made it confusing, I didn't want to make it confusing for everybody. So thank you so much. So Kathy Sloss's favorite oatmeal pie is chocolate. But I should, oh, anyway, I think she said she got strawberry in today, so she's excited about that. And Deborah Shaver says she recently discovered the tuna melt. It's so good, feels like a holiday. We can have so much food. It really is all about just making those simple swaps. So if you are new, you better be in Kim Dankey's Fast Track. She will have a webinar tonight at 7:30. Actually, she has one every night at 7:30. And I believe the one on Monday night is specifically about food combining. So make sure you get on that. Make sure you go to your dashboard on myshibboleth.com. It's also in your menu, and go to the Fast Track dashboard and get plugged into that. And if you don't know where any of that is of what I just talked about, on myshibboleth.com, bottom right-hand corner is a chat button. Chat and ask, and they will get you to the spot that you need to be. They'll send you the link. Julie Keister asked, if I go to bed early because I'm hungry, I have trouble falling asleep. Normally, I have no trouble sleeping. I don't mind the growl during the day, but growling at bedtime keeps me awake. Any ideas? I don't know. I mean, usually maybe drink some, I mean, I say drink water, but a lot of people don't like to drink water that close to bed because then it makes you have to go to the restroom all night long. Trisha, the only thing, I mean, Julie, I'm sorry, the only thing that I could recommend is maybe eating a little later at night, maybe eating your dinner at 6 or 7 or 8. So maybe try that and see. I think it's just going to be a little bit of trial and error on your part to see. You don't want to be sleepless because you're hungry. And if you're getting all of your foods in, hopefully you're sustaining yourself for the day. You're getting enough calories in, of course. You want to get enough calories in. And maybe don't try the intermittent fasting yet. Just stick to the regular Shibboleth day and get all of your meals, get your snack, get your extra, get your freebies, and then go to bed and see how that works. I hope that that was helpful. And if that doesn't work again, you also can make a mentor appointment and they can help you troubleshoot through some things that you're doing to help you. Um, so Tricia said, okay, thanks for clarifying. Working on IMF for a 12 to 6 eating window. Oh, that's great. So that's a 6-hour window. So you're doing an 18-hour intermittent fast. All right. So yes, Kathy Sloss, the one tonight, the fast track tonight is on food combining. And what I would do maybe is send your friends the link. Go to events on myshibboleth.com. That's also at the top, the little blue tab that says events, upcoming events. Just click there and you'll see the event that Kim will have tonight at 7:30, and you can see the register here button, and you can send that to them and they can register. So the protein chocolate milk that I have been using is the Fairlife. It is not the core power or the elite power. It's just the regular Fairlife 30-gram protein, aka chocolate milk. It is so good. But I've heard there's also strawberry, there's caramel sea salt. It's really good. I've got to get one of those. Alicia Edwards, maybe we can swap. I'll bring you some chocolates and you give me some sea salts. But anyway, Sherry Ditto had a great tip about making sure you're getting all your protein at your last meal before bed. Yes, Sherry, that's a great tip. If you want to try to do that, Julie, please make sure, even at every meal, that you're getting the maximum amount of protein that you're allowed, depending on what you're having. If it's a recipe, it's going to tell you how much you can have as your portion. If it is like, say, deli meat, look up that deli meat or look up that protein that you're having and get in the highest amount that they suggest that you eat. Because I know like deli meat's like 2 to 6 ounces. I still eat 6 ounces because it keeps me full. It really does. So Shivy Shop Sherry, great tip, girl. Great tip. Let's see. So I'm back to Facebook now. Thank you guys so much for these questions. It's so exciting to be here with you guys. All the questions in the chat. I am going to let's see. Oh, Penny says she had her EE1 at 10:30 and her EE2 will be dinner. Good for you, Penny. That's eating episode. Again, I think once you get into the intermittent fasting world, you don't necessarily call breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I call them eating episodes 1 and 2 and a snack. So that's what I do. And let's see if I have just any more questions on Facebook, you guys. I don't want to miss anything. And hello, Debbie from Meridian, Mississippi. Lots of people watching. Hey, everybody. Linda's watching. Allison Edwards is watching. Yes, I was talking about your bacon ranch casserole. So good, y'all. Oh my gosh, I need to show y'all a picture. She was so sweet too. She put it in a little cup portion thing for me. You're precious. It was amazing. I really enjoyed that. Let's see. Gina Brzezinski missed the beginning. That's okay. It's going to be live, of course, on Shibboleth. You can go back and watch it. Gina's at work. She did an 18-hour intermittent fast. Go girl. And thank you, Marla, for commenting on my farm. I appreciate that. Diana did have a question. When I do a 24 or 36-hour fast, do you only have liquids? What liquids? Listen, Diane, I am going to highly suggest that you go and watch Travis's Travis's Tiger's Eye intermittent fast 24 and 36 hour, because that is seriously, like I said earlier, like a whole nother show. And I don't want to take up everybody's time. So when you're just doing regular intermittent fasting, what you want to have is water and 0-calorie beverages. So it's different when you do 24 or 36, okay? So please keep that in mind. The one I'm talking about right now is just a regular intermittent fast, 16-hour intermittent fast. And I have coffee. I don't drink creamer with my coffee anyway, but I believe in certain fasting situations you can have your creamer. It's probably not best, but I know some people don't like their coffee black. But you can have water, 0-calorie beverages outside of your eating window. Okay. But I am going to highly recommend, Diane, please go in and watch those Tiger Eye videos for the 24 and 36-hour fast. And Travis gives you specific things that you can have during those fasts, because they're completely different than what I'm talking about. And oh, Andrea is breaking her fast with a salted caramel Fairlife protein shake. I love it, girl. I got to try one. I haven't had one yet. All right. Oh, Nicole just shared it in the silver page. Thank you, Nicole. She's my Whole Foods buddy. Hey, girl. I'm probably going to be there tomorrow. I don't know if you are. We need to set a time we can sit and like chat and eat or whatever. That'd be fun. And then Diane had the chocolate oatmeal pie. Okay, I love it. And she didn't think about putting it in the microwave. I've heard people say put it in the microwave. I don't know how long. Maybe start with like 5 seconds and work your way up, okay? Oh my gosh, let's see if anybody has any more questions. Let's see. Lots of people agreeing that they're doing, that they are doing intermittent fasting every day. Oh, Allison, please tell your girls hello. Your sweet sister was precious the other day when I met her. I hope she's doing well at her job. We need to go have dinner there. We can tip her well. Okay, let's see. So lots more quotes and stuff or questions in here. I've got Anna asking, I'm finding it tough to get all my water in for some reason. What are my suggestions? I would suggest using a straw. When I started using a straw, I was amazed at how fast I could drink that glass of water. Of course, maybe add some lemon. I don't recommend really adding any other kind of, like don't add Crystal Light, don't add Mio, don't add any of that stuff because we need wet water. So maybe a little lemon, but definitely a straw. Maybe even getting one of those great little motivational bottles. It's like, keep going, girl, or you need to drink this by noon or drink this by 2. I've even seen people make it on just their regular gallon water bottle. They just made the little marks on their own bottle. They didn't buy anything special. So hopefully that will help you, Anna. That really helped me when I started drinking with a straw. And yes, I also, Alicia, that's a good point. She just has to keep reminding herself and pushing herself mostly to get that water in. And she tries to have 2 to 3 bottles by lunch. One other tip I can tell you is right when you wake up, drink a bottle of water. Before your coffee, drink water. We've been asleep for 6 to 8 hours and our bodies are thirsty. We're dehydrated ourselves from sleeping. So it is important to get up and drink water. It will quench your thirst and you won't be so inclined to drink several cups of coffee or tea or whatever it is that you drink in the morning, and you'll drink that water. And guess what? You'll already have a bottle down. So let's try that and see what happens. Jennifer says she uses Walden Farms 0-calorie creamer with caramel stevia liquid drops. Both are 0 calories, so it makes your coffee 0 and a freebie. That's a great idea. Thanks, Jennifer. And Phyllis puts her oatmeal pie in the microwave for 8 seconds. Thank you, Phyllis. That was very good. I love that tip because I had no idea how long to put it in there. Knowing me, I'd put it in there too long to blow up. And I would have oatmeal pie all over my microwave. Okay. You're welcome, Anna. I hope those tips were good for you. And I see someone has their hand raised, but I don't know if that's on purpose. Miss Zena, if you have a question, girl, you just pop that right in there in the chat and let me know what's going on with you. But if that is all for today, any questions left on Facebook? I looking now, and I have Sheila said she had a week-long camping trip in May. She got back to goal within a week, then went again for 4th of July, but since has held on to about 3 pounds above her goal, sorry. Maybe I need to start doing the IMF every day. I would totally try it, Sheila. Totally try it. And again, if you can go into the Daily Dose Gold videos number 3, that is just the basic intermittent fasting video, Daily Dose Gold video number 3. That's what I was speaking about today. So if you want to go back in and watch that, that would be awesome to help you. Or rewatch this, because I kind of did all the tips that Travis told us. Oh my goodness. So anyways, I see that there's no more questions on Facebook. There's no more questions in here in our chat room. So I wanted to tell you guys, thank you so much for joining in on the first Breaking the Fast. We'll be here every Monday at noon. I'm even going to be here for Labor Day. I decided that I was going to be here at the farm, and a lot of people might be off, and maybe we can chit chat and talk about some Shibboleth things. I will try to do a class every time with some tips and tricks that I've learned through my journey with Shibboleth, because if I didn't tell you, y'all could tell I'm a professional here. My name is Julie Mirandino, and I'm a 2-year Shibboleth member since May of 2019. I lost 42 pounds. I was 48 years old when I started, thinking that I was just never going to lose weight. And once I watched my friend Kim Danke shrink away in front of me, I decided that I was going to do whatever she was doing. And I joined and I signed up, and my life has never been the same. I've loved Shibboleth. It taught my body how to burn efficiently by keeping my insulin controlled throughout the day and getting my body into efficient fat burning. And it shows. I love Shibboleth. I can only encourage you, if you're new, to keep learning, keep sticking in there, hang in there. You're gonna get it. It is just something completely different than anything we've ever been taught before. So please don't give up. Don't get discouraged. There's so much support. You've got mentor appointments. You've got the chat on the myshibboleth.com website. You've got the silver support page on Facebook. You have so many things that can keep you plugged in. Every night at 7:30, you've got Fast Track with Kim Danke. Most nights at 6:30, Dr. Jim is doing some type of class. Please go in the event tab on the top of your myshibboleth.com webpage and see upcoming events, and you'll see all the classes that are planned. So please don't give up. This is the real deal. It is the secret to weight loss. And if you know of someone that is interested in Shibboleth, right now, Travis has a special for his birthday. I don't know if you guys knew, but his birthday is August 31st, and you don't know who Travis is. He's the founder. He's the brains behind all this. He's the one that came up with this science that's helping us melt away, helping us beat obesity in America, all of our health issues. I'm just so excited that I've been introduced to this program. If you know somebody that's interested, he is opened up some lifetime memberships, which gets you all of the memberships I was talking about, the gold, the tiger's eye, the silver. You get everything for life. You never pay again. It's $79. You can go to shibbolethdeals.com. That's shibbolethdeals.com, shibbolethdeals.com. And Alicia just let me know, this is ironic, Dr. Jim is teaching a class tonight on, guess what? Intermittent fasting at 6:30. So sign up for his webinar, or you also can watch it live, I believe, right here on the Shibboleth public page. So anyways, you guys, I didn't want to end the webinar without giving a plug for Travis and his birthday and opening up those memberships. And when I checked recently, there were 51 of them left. And guess how old he's going to be? And the reason why I know is because I'm the same age as him. 51. My birthday is September 20th. So I'm only 20 days younger than him. So He's 20 days older than me. And I tell you what, one of the best things that ever happened to me was on my 50th birthday. I didn't have to say, oh my gosh, I got to lose 40 pounds before I turn 50. At 48, I found Shibboleth and I did just that. So I hope you'll join us. If you're not on the planet, please join us. If you have a friend that's interested, get them on that deal, shibbolethdeals.com. They will not regret it. So hang tight with us, people. If you're new, we have the support for you. We have the education for you. If you're just coming back, maybe you've been gone for a little bit and now you're back, or you joined a while ago and now you're starting, please don't give up. It's the real deal. I'm going to end with this to tell you guys to have a fabulous day. Get into your best Shibboleth at the beginning of the week. Make your meal plan, stick to it. And I will see you guys next Monday, breaking the fast. Bye, you guys. Have a good one. And I'll keep checking the comments on Facebook if I see any more questions, okay? Bye. Have a great day. Love y'all.